Hey guys and welcome. Yesterday evening, 343 released a second article around the future of Halo Infinite, so the changes coming, and it was essentially the second article out of the two that were meant to be coming in this month, going on to discuss things like the progression system coming to the game, cross-core customization and other things around customization coming in the future, and just generally things that we've essentially been asking for since the release of Halo Infinite back in December. Now, the first article was more around weapon balancing, new modes coming, maps, and changes to gameplay and things along those lines, which I'll make sure I link down below in the description, and I'll also leave it on screen now for you to go and check it out if you haven't seen it already to get up to date with everything that's coming. But I'm kind of glad things are changing in Infinite, even if we have to wait another 3 to 4 months for them. Leave a like guys and consider also subscribing as well for more videos coming to keep everyone up to date with Halo Infinite and essentially just everything going on around the world of Halo. And also consider joining our community Discord server as well. It's been going really well recently and we're always really cool and active in that session, and we have a lot of good discussions around the future of Infinite, leaks and different things like that, and it's a really cool community to be a part of. So we're also giving away a lot of Season 2 content, for example Battle Passes, and also credits and things along those lines to make sure you guys are well equipped for Season 2 when that comes around. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. This is the article that myself and a lot of people were waiting for, the one which details things like new progression systems that are coming later on in Halo Infinite's lifecycle, how the events will change in Season 2, and things like cross-core customization and how the shop will change going forward as well, and a lot more to be fair. So we're going to go through this article in order today. Check out the timestamps below to skip to whichever part of the article that you want to listen to about the most. But before we do jump in, I want to make it clear at the very start of this article, it is mentioned a little bit of a note from 343 around essentially what this article is all about. And it goes on to mention that really this article isn't meant to cover everything upcoming in Halo Infinite, and there's a lot more work planned underway at the moment and that will be coming to Halo Infinite in the future, and all of this is in progress as of now. So potentially there'll be more updates in the article down the line as well, maybe even next month or midway through Season 2 around what to expect coming forward, and again a very similar set of articles for the feedback as well. So first of all, let's cover customization, which is the biggest one on this list really. This is the feedback that 343 have documented and detailed around that we've given to them around what we want to see in Halo Infinite and really what we expected the game to launch with. Okay, so different bits of feedback. Players want to be able to use customizable content across different cores, so cross-core customization. Players want items that make up a kit to be able to be used individually as well. Many would like to use multiple attachments on their vehicles, weapons, and also Spartans as well. Desire for more high-value customization content through free methods. Watchdog and Redshift armor coatings don't really look like what was shown in 2020. Now let's move on to some of the details and responses from 343 around some of these points. So going back onto the cross-core customization points from 343. Now this is a really interesting article to discuss. So enabling customization across different armor cores has been the largest point of feedback when it comes to customization. We agree that there is room to have better customization by lifting core restrictions where possible. For right now, we're pursuing options which will allow players to use certain customization items on different cores. Due to the way the core system was initially built, getting items to work on various cores will take some time, may not even be possible for all items, and will likely require us to do it piece by piece. As we're investigating what expanding to cross-core customization would require from a tech perspective, our initial focus is enabling as many helmets, visors, and armor coatings across different cores as possible. In short, our goal is that we'll be incrementally moving it to a model that has coatings and visors working across all cores, with helmets and chest gear working across cannon cores as our first focus change to making this system better. Now the next one is players want to be able to make up a kit to be able to use different items on that kit differently. So as we mentioned earlier, maybe I want to use the Emil helmet with the George chest piece from that kit, but I can't because I don't have them individually unlocked, if that makes sense. So I can't take a piece of armor from one kit and use it on another kit. So this is a bit of feedback that we want to kind of change moving forward, and this is what 343 had to say about it. Similar to the point above, players who unlocked a kit, for example the Noble Team Spartans or even the HCS team kits, want to be able to use the individual items within that kit with other customization content to create unique combinations, which I thought was in the game at the start, but obviously not. Kits were meant to give a player a feeling of becoming a character, for example one from Noble Team, or wearing a team's uniform in the esports region, but we understand the desire to use a kit's specific items in other customization combinations. In a future update, we'll be changing the kit system so that it will allow players to spot individual items for their kits to use their own personal Spartans. Thank the Lord. I don't know when this is coming, there's no date as to when this is going to be coming, but maybe Season 3 could host this. I don't think it'll be Season 2. I do think that the majority of these changes, to be fair, will be coming in Season 3, so we're going to have at least another 3 months to wait. So, of course, just to summarise briefly, they mentioned that it's very difficult in the way that the system's designed to allow cross-core customization and things like that, and different combinations from kits to just the general Spartan. So this is apparently being worked on, and they're going to introduce it slowly, and maybe by Season 3 or Season 4, we'll have a fully customizable cross-core customizations and different kit customizations as well, which will be cool. But the good thing is that it's being looked at and it will be present in the future, so it's good that our feedback has gone a long way as well. Now, moving on to the shop. There's been a lot of feedback over the shop in the past couple of months. It's things like it's too expensive, the items are a bit shit, but this is the feedback that 343 have taken on board, and this is their response. The price of shop offers can vary between offers seen as having similar value. Desire for more purchase options, including a higher rate of rotation and allowing the purchase of individual items within bundles. Now moving on to some of the 343 team's responses on these points. So again, feedback around the shop prices and offers. After launch, we received a lot of feedback around the shop, bundles, and also the pricing. Since then, we've started selling items individually when possible, and we've also tried better standardized pricing based on different values of these items. And we've also focused on reducing prices across the board as well. We'll continue to gather these learnings throughout the season, and we'll carry them forward into the future as well. So hopefully, again, the prices will be reduced, but just better value for the prices as well. Like, why am I paying $15 for cat ears? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all when a full piece of armor is cheaper. So the individual items, they need to be priced better, and I think they will be doing that moving forward. The second part was the desire for more purchase options and higher rate of rotation and things like that. So 343 have mentioned that we also agree that this is feedback around allowing the purchase of specific items within bundles, so very similar to essentially the previous point. Increasing the rate of offer refreshes and even the potential of adding a second page to the store as well. So they'll be looking to improve these aspects in the future as well. Again, no date as to when that might be, but I should suspect around Season 3 or Season 4, so at least another 3 to 6 months on that. Although I would like to see more variation in the store as well, and just more things that catch the eye of the player. For me, I know cat ears may be good for a lot of other people, but for me, it doesn't really bother me that much. I'd like things like flaming helmets or flaming armor pieces, maybe even animated armor pieces, stuff like this that will give you an incentive to want to buy it and that will make you look cool, really. That's the sort of stuff that I know that I would buy and that I'd be interested in as well, and I hope stuff like this may come in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, moving on to the main part of this video for me anyway, and this is what we all want to hear feedback points on: the Battle Pass and the future progression system coming, along with XP granted for match wins and the performance on matches. So this is a big one. Let's get into it. So, desire for a career progression system separate from the Battle Pass. Award per match XP that takes performance into account. Players want the Battle Pass to contain more value across both free and premium tracks. Some challenges can be too situational, such as killjoy challenges as well. Some challenges can be misconfigured or worded in a way that results in the player not making progress when they expect to. Value of ultimate rewards varies too much. Desire for consistent, higher value rewards. And then finally, double XP boosts running off time is not preferred, and I'm glad that they know this. A career progression system is in the design phase right now. We want to nail it out of the gate, and that's going to take some time. That's all they've put. 5 months after launch of the game, and they're only in the design phase of the progression system. I thought there'd be a lot further on it than that, to be honest, and it just shows that we're probably not going to be getting anything until at least Season 3, and maybe even not at the start of Season 3 either. It's probably going to come a little bit after, which a little bit concerning, but we'll have to wait and see on that as well. We do know how 343 likes to delay things. So, per match XP based on performance. Additionally, we know there's a desire for per match XP, which also leverages performance as well, to plug into this system, as well as the Battle Pass as well. Per match XP is on the way, and it will land this year. There will be literally another 2 or 3 seasons before the end of this year, so there's no time frame there. It just says within the next, 6-7 months that there'll be per match XP, so we've got a long time to wait for that as well, unfortunately. Players want the Battle Pass to contain more value across both free and premium tracks. So 343 have basically said that for Season 2's Battle Pass, we want to focus on improving the value while providing to the players both free and premium tracks as well. To do so, the free Battle Pass will contain even more customization content over the Season 1's Battle Pass, including the Lone Wolf's armor core being early on in the tracks as well, which is a very big positive because the only free piece of armor in Season 1's Battle Pass is level 81, which is just ridiculous. So I'm glad they've took that feedback on board. As for the premium track, we've added credits as another reward tier, and it will allow players to earn up to 1,000 credits during this Battle Pass, which is, again, why that wasn't in Season 1, I don't know. For players that want to buy the Battle Pass next season, they now don't have to buy it next season. They can literally complete this Battle Pass and have the funds to be able to buy the next one as well, which is a very, very good positive. Additionally, Season 2 will also have better weekly rewards and improved event battle passes, giving players plenty of opportunities to earn customization content for free, which is good, but I want there to be challenges to earn it. I want there to be a service record and things like that, commendations to earn armor and things through those, but they've not yet been introduced, so maybe in the future. And again, going on to different things around challenges being a bit too situational and that they're misworded in some ways as well. So we've been doing our best to address challenges that end up being too situational, misconfigured, so that's also in the works and that should be corrected for Season 2 as well. And then a couple of things as well just to finish off around ultimate rewards, weekly challenges rewards, and just higher value rewards as well that in Season 2 when that comes. So ultimate rewards, which will be earned by completing our weekly challenges, and the ultimate challenge have seen highs and lows throughout Season 1. The feedback has been heard, and we're happy to say that Season 2's Ultimate Rewards will feature rewards at a higher and more consistent quality bar. That means that we'll focus on content like coatings, visors and stances, and no longer have emblems or backdrops throughout the course of the season. Why they thought that emblems and backdrops would have been a viable reason to complete your weekly challenges, I have no idea. Different things like armor customization is what we want, so I'm glad they've taken that on board. So in very high level summary, a lot to go through there as well. A huge culture shift is needed in Halo Infinite in general. The way it looks in terms of the menu system as well, and it needs to be much better than what it is right now in terms of the way that the game works with earning things for free. The Battle Pass needs to be improved and all these sorts of things. So I'm glad they've taken the feedback on board as well. And I'm hoping that Season 2 and probably even Season 3, to be fair, can push those changes forward and give us a reason to really want to play Halo again. Not to mention as well the per-match XP. This is really needed, and it's like a fundamental staple in all FPS games since probably 2001. Halo, for me, doesn't feel like a competitive game unless you have a challenge to want to go and win a game to complete the challenge. No one's really pushing to try and bust a bollock to win the game. It's kind of just play, do your challenges differently, and that's kind of it. So I'm hoping that when a actual XP progression system comes into play, that games may feel a little more balanced, teams may want to feel more motivated to go for the win and to play the objective a bit more, as at the moment it doesn't really feel like that. Now the next part and the final part really is around the Season 2 events, how they've changed in Season 2, some of the feedback we've given, and thoughts on the events from Season 1. So in very high level, the feedback around the modes and different events from Season 1 were that these events have good modes, but they're only limited time modes. And this is a big problem for Halo. The game is lacking in content massively, and taking those new modes away just makes us not want to play even more and just wait for the next event or mode to come around. So 343 know that we want them to essentially keep those modes around after the season or event has completed. So hopefully that's something they can look into and do with the Season 2 as well, not just keep them as limited time modes. Also event challenges, normal challenges, and sometimes those event challenges can get stuck behind those normal challenges, and it's just really tedious when trying to level up your event battle pass as well. So they're looking to try and amend that as well, and hopefully in Season 2 be a lot better. And even the Temrai event from Season 1, that we enjoyed the event, but 6 times is a bit much for people that have completed it within the first 2 or 3 events. And yeah, limiting your progress on one event can be very tedious to go back and want to do it again. So this is something they're taking into account for the second season as well, and hopefully we don't have another event which spans over 3 to 6 times. Now it's important to note that the reason the Temrai event did in fact come back 6 times was because Season 2 was delayed by another 3 months. If not, it would have only been there 3 times. So maybe 3 times would be okay. And then to finish off, some bug fixes are coming in Theatre as well, and Theatre will actually be usable in Season 2 hopefully also. So that'll be a good positive as well. Maybe we can get some good Theatre mode stuff coming also. So definitely looking forward to that. But guys, that pretty much covers everything in this article. The summary of the article covers everything we've been asking for pretty much, but it just says that it'll be coming at a later date. It doesn't give any specifics as to when, and that's a big common theme for 343 at the moment. They don't like to give dates away. And we're essentially waiting for something and waiting for them to announce it to us. So we could be waiting for 3, 4, 5, 6 months on this stuff. So I wouldn't hold your breath, guys. It's probably going to come in Season 3 or Season 4 this year. Season 2 will probably host a couple of fixes, but nothing major, unfortunately. Like progression system, you can forget about it in Season 2. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think down below. Leave a like on today's video, subscribe if you're brand new. Remember to check the Discord server in the link in the description down below. It's a lot of fun to join, and why not? You could be in for a chance to win some free credits in a battle pass. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys. Speak soon. Take care.